Hello, welcome to a new tutorial. In the past day, in the Retool forum, I've seen two users asking about values in columns that are not being found with filters because they are tags and their value is, for example, an integer number, but the value, it could be a name. So I will also show you how to use the find method, JavaScript method or function, so that you can transform that to a name and it is searchable in your search term. This is very helpful and I use this a lot in all of my apps. So hopefully it will be helpful for you as well. Okay, so I have this very simple that I've used in a previous video to explain how do tags work. I'm adding a small icon in this video so you can go through that. It will be helpful if you haven't understood how tags work. Right. Because of how tags work, these are being mapped. So you can see teacher, for example, is being mapped with an item ID to my staff query. The staff query has IDs which are integers. So basically, this column, this row as teacher, the value is 1, but what I'm showing is the label. Unfortunately, when we have a search term that is linked to this, if I search for John Doe, it won't find it because this search term is searching against these values and there's no John Doe here. So what can we do so that we have John Doe searchable? The workaround that I find is always is adding an extra column that it will be hidden, but it will contain the actual value, the name. So let's go and add an extra column. Source, I will still use my teacher because I will be able to reference that. And I will name this filter for feature reference and the label also teacher filter, although this will be hidden column, so it won't show. Format, it will be a string. And then this is where I will use my find function. So I will search, this is like a VLOOKUP in Excel for those that are more familiar with Excel. So I will go into what I want to find is the name based on the ID. So I will search for staff data and find. This is the find function that we're exploring here. And then I define what my data is. So we'll just put X and then X ID is equal to item. Now, two things before. So here you can see this error, staff data find is not a function. This almost always, at least I always think that when I get this, it's because my data is not set up as an array. So there's two solutions for that. I can either use format data as array right here. So I will put into brackets format data as array and then this into brackets. And I'm getting now that information. However, what I prefer to do more often than not is go to my query and transform results. So you'll see how this changes. If I go this here, you see how this is structured as an object. But here I will put format data as array, go here between brackets, and I run. So now I'm having it like this. So now the find function is working. And the last element missing is, this is like I given the range that it needs to look in, and I need to find to say which value of this needs to deliver. So I will say name. So basically now is searching staff data, find, I define my staff data as X. So within staff data X ID, find this is equal to item. This item is basically the value of each row in the table. So item will be, teacher will be 1, 6, and 2. So what this is doing is for each row, it will search 1 in my staff data, and it will find it and it will deliver the name. It will find on search 6, and once it finds it, it will return the name, and so on. A warning, if it doesn't find anything, so if item, for example, 1 is not found within your staff database, it will return an error. So in those instances, you can just add a not found, for example. Sorry about that. Not found. So basically now if it will default to not found if nothing is actually found there. But that's not the case. So now if I go to my table state, you can see right now I think I need to refresh, but if I start filtering here and I search for John, it is now finding it. And this is also a way of having the values if you don't want it as a tag. And now can also add the surname. So if I remove this, I can just put a plus space and then just copy again and then put last name. Oh, I forgot the plus. There you go. So now I have this, so I can just search by surname, Doe, and I can find it. Finally, I will just hide this column. There you go. So now we have used the find method to find. We are giving a foreign key, which is with matches with our staff table, and we are able to find it, search it, and return any of the values within this each array. So I could also return the topic, for example. Good. All right. I hope this is helpful and that you may use this in the future. Let me know if you have any questions, doubts, comments, or other video that you would like me to do. Cheers. Bye.